Greetings nerdy list aficionados and welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. You've been loving the couples and so have I. Let's look at some couples who are bad to the bone. Now when you're a villain, it's kinda hard to make these things stick because, well, you're more than likely to toss each other under the bus. So we're gonna be looking at all kinds of couples here. Two ships passing in the night. What is this and why? And also, this kinda makes sense / is a great love. Just everything. I'm Sasha and these are the top 10 supervillain couples you won't believe exist. Let's get started. Number 10. Starting it off with a please they hinted at it, I wish this had been pursued couple. The Riddler and Harley Quinn. So after Harley made her debut into comics from Batman the Animated Series, her and the Joker split pretty quickly. Yes, she still had feelings for him and could at times be lured back, but for the most part she was striking out on her own with a solo series featuring fun team-ups and eventually with the Gotham City Sirens. That series would see her join forces with Poison Ivy and Catwoman. During one arc, they need to enlist the help of a quasi-reformed Riddler, who Harley flirts with hard to get him to help. But the real hinting comes at the end of the arc, wherein after helping them, Harley gives Riddler a peck on the cheek, which he pulls away from and the comic proceeds to have the most melodramatic narration about it of all time. I see the hurt in her eyes as I pull away. I turn quickly so she won't see the hurt in mine. Whoa, hold on, did I miss a page? That escalated quickly, and frankly, I wish it had escalated more. But the new 52 is around the corner, and with it a new Harley who murdered basements full of children and wore her ex-lover's face. In my heart, I'll always have Quiddler. Number 9. Destiny and Mystique. This is an interesting one because at first it wasn't happening canonically, not overtly or officially. However, it was entirely happening in the subtext as far as fans were concerned, only it was being coded. And then, in 2019, it was flat out confirmed thanks to the History of the Marvel Universe number 2, which canonized it. Which I bring up just to have a ha, I wasn't crazy. They said I was mad, but they were wrong. So Destiny is Irene Adler, and her and Mystique have been in love since the 1900s. The two would form the second evil brotherhood of mutants together and just be constants in each other's lives. Mystique could be herself with Destiny and express all her concerns about Rogue and all kinds of other things. And funnily enough, worries about the future with a precog. That must be interesting. So in the past, Mystique would sometimes transform into a man at times when these two were out in public. It was postulated that a lot of this was to skirt around the comics code authority, while others feel it was a fanon that grew to become accepted and has been incorporated into canon. Either way, I'm not reaching, and it feels good. Number 8. Lex Luthor and Amanda Waller. Back to brief why moments. So this comes to us from Superman / Batman, the series from 2003, and the first big story arc, Public Enemies. Just everything. This is from the time Lex is president, and of course he's evil, and of course he's trying to kill Clark. And in the process he ends up getting himself all jacked up, and making out with a very surprised, perplexed Amanda Waller. Waller and Lex working together isn't too hard to buy, though working adjacent to each other would probably be a better way to put it. But these two are way too dedicated to their respective clandestine tasks for this to be a thing. They would just have massive files on each other. Does Lex hook up with people? Does Waller? Now I've fallen down a rabbit hole. But what else is new?
Intend for you to play a role in all this. A very important role.
Mr. President, Hawkman.
Number 7. Harley Quinn and Red Tool. So some would classify this more as an anti-hero couple, but killing for money? I don't know. But leave that aside for a moment, because this relationship, or flirtation rather, is quite interesting. In comic fandom, one of the biggest Harley Quinn ships is the crossover pairing between her and Deadpool, which is only ramped up as DC has made her more and more Deadpool-esque. So in her new 52 series and beyond, a character named Red Tool was introduced, an extremely blatant Deadpool stand-in. He was completely in love with her in an insane, I'ma kidnap you so we can go to the carnival kind of way. She treats him pretty horribly for the most part. Except when she needs him though. Over time, the two come to develop a friendship, though he's essentially the Harley to her anti-hero Joker. He's just Deadpool. It works for some people, but for others they fall into characterception. So Red Tool is Deadpool, who was at first modeled off of Deathstroke because he was Wade Wilson instead of Slade Wilson. Comicception. Red Tool isn't replacing Joker or Ivy or even Deadshot for most fans anytime soon. Number 6. Namor and Emma Frost. Man, was this one unhealthy. And an affair. But they're tenuous anti-heroes at best, though Emma ranges a bit more, and villains at their worst. Namor and Emma Frost. This happened when they were working together and was particularly prominent in Uncanny X-Men. Emma Emma was with Cyclops at the time, but Namor persuaded her with his smooth, "Why can't we do this? You're not married, you're just bound by a whim and a word." Can you feel how much he wishes Sue would leave Reed in that sentence? Cause I can. So these two would hook up and are quite the power couple. They also work because they both know it's a no strings attached type deal, but they're both really cold. Ice cold. I wasn't surprised by this. I mean, Emma and Scott's relationship started off as a psychic affair where she would sometimes roleplay as Jean. And there are strong hints that Namor likes how much Emma looks like Sue. It's all very messed up, which is par for the course for a villain relationship. It's to be expected in my opinion, like they're not great people. It's not that odd that they would have flawed relationships when even the so-called virtuous heroes do. But you do get some gems in there, surprises. Number 5. The Hood and Madame Masque. So just after saying that, we have a surprisingly Swedish one. So the Hood is a newer villain created in 2002, while Madame Masque is from the 60s and was a villainous romantic interest for Iron Man. Brian Michael Bendis wanted to do something with the Hood, as he felt he was a great new creation that not a lot was being done with. And one of the things he did was give him a romance with Madame Masque. And what can I say? I'm a sucker for the I don't care how you look angle. Like he sees the villain within and was there for it. For a time. And also, can we talk about how Madame Masque and Iron Man used to make out with their masks on? How? I have questions. Was it just metal bashing against each other? That's what it looks like. Number 4. Scandal Savage and Knockout. Scandal Savage is also a newer creation from 2005 made for Gail Simone's Secret Six series. She was the daughter of Vandal Savage, meaning he was finally catching up with Ra's al Ghul in the children department. She would be an integral member of the Secret Six and form a relationship with Knockout, who first debuted in Superboy Volume 3, Number 1 back in 1994. She was a former female Fury, so this was a power couple for sure, and one of the more together villain relationships out there for a time. But Scandal's also the type to compartmentalize and keep her feelings close to her chest. This relationship gained attention for being an open queer relationship. Gail Simone is all about that. Number 3. Mystique and Sabretooth. So Mystique and Sabertooth's union is one that produces horrifying results for the Marvel Universe, in that the two have a son together, Graydon Creed, a huge figure in the anti-mutant movement. He formed the Friends of Humanity. Mystique keeps an eye on Graydon, who she gave up for adoption, and wow, that must be a really disappointing stakeout. So Mystique seduced Sabertooth, aka Victor Creed, while he was in Germany on a mission, and she was undercover as a spy. So at first, not exactly the most out and open pairing, though it would become one later on. Mystique isn't bound by what people look like. They're both passionate and have a kind of instinctual understanding of each other. They can be a bit of a bastion in between the madness that is their lives. Did you know they had a team-up comic? Yeah, they did. Sabretooth and Mystique. So people were here for this. You don't just get a team-up comic. Well, I mean, sometimes you do. They're trying to boost one of the popularities of the characters. But it has to be people the company thinks fans will want to see together. Number 2. Carnage and Shriek. Yes, there was a romance for Carnage. Bizarre, twisted romance, just like you'd expect. Well, if you were expecting a romance at all. Both of these characters are from the 90s. Her and Carnage would team up in the event Maximum Carnage, a crossover from 1993, which was as extreme as it sounds. She is one of the people Cassidy Carnage frees when he escapes from Ravencroft. They would recruit Doppelganger, Demoglobin, and Carrion, and place themselves in the position of being parents to them like a dysfunctional symbiote family. Shriek was all over him, and some fans were all over this, just crazy villains doing their utmost to, well, do what villains do best. These two still get fan art. There's kind of a proto-Joker Harley thing going on here, but it branches off pretty quickly.
What in the name of?
It is my master, Dormammu, who confers this gift upon you, Cassidy.
And number 1. Thanos and HELA. You probably saw this one. This was one of those things that got articles galore. Articles with headlines like, Thanos and HELA just got steamy. No, stop. Why all the press? Well, Thanos and HELA were big in the MCU popularity charts at the time. This began in the unworthy Thor number 5. But really, is it that odd? HELA is the goddess of death, and Thanos was formerly obsessed with death. So it's really almost like a transference. Two cosmic beings who will be around for much longer than most of their enemies. Though, well, not Thor, because he's nigh immortal. Do you support this, or do you feel like it was one of those horizontal marketing things to try and draw attention? Cross-promotion is very real and sometimes is subtle. So those were 10 supervillain couples you never knew existed. How many did you know? And do we need those hero-villain pairings? That happens a lot. The lines blur when you're a superhero or villain. I mean, you see the same people all the time, sometimes you talk to them. I'm Sasha, and thanks so much for watching Top 10 Nerd. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and hit that bell notification so you never miss a vid and catch all our nerdy lists. And we'll see you again soon. Bye bye.